My name is Kim Pennington. I'm a doctoral candidate at Janine Rainbolt, and my classroom experiences are 18 years of high school social studies instruction. In those 18 years, I taught many different subjects. One class that I helped create and teach for a long time was called International Studies. And in International Studies, we studied international issues, global issues. As a result of building that class and working on that class, I became increasingly aware that global issues were not being addressed in our schools. When I came back to graduate school, that very much influenced my course of study and my interests. So I designed a study in which I looked at a global education classroom in a middle school. And this course was called Why Wage War? In this class, students learned about the international humanitarian law, also known as the Geneva Conventions, the rules of war, and ways in which those rules are designed and implemented and carried out in combat situations and in humanitarian situations. The class was taught to sixth graders, so this was a very young group of people dealing with very intense issues of war and conflict. One of the study findings is that the aim of the teacher was to teach them this content, but a secondary aim was also to teach them about moral life. And so in the course of studying these case studies and situations in conflict, they were learning about moral decisions in their own life. So that was a very interesting finding and somewhat unexpected. Another finding was that there had to be a climate of care and concern in this classroom so that students felt comfortable navigating these very intense issues. She peppered the whole conversation with hope and possibility, and where are people doing good work to make these things go away or to alleviate the suffering. And so those things, I think, all kind of played into the special community that she created. So a lot of what has to happen in a global education classroom is teacher constructed. And so hopefully those findings and the implications from the study will be of use to other educators who might be able to integrate that into their classroom.